Good morning and welcome to our 5-minute Bible study. We are looking, of course, at the book of Revelation. Today we begin chapter 13, which contains some of the most familiar and talked about images in all of the book of Revelation. Now, when we finished chapter 12, you recall that the dragon who had attempted to pursue and destroy the child, who of course was Christ, now defeated, waging war against the believers in Christ, is ready to continue that hostility. So as we start chapter 13, we see that the dragon is standing on the shore of the sea. And they saw a beast coming out of the sea. The beast had 10 horns, 7 heads, 10 crowns on its horns. And each head had a blasphemous name. The beast I saw resembled a leopard, but had feet like those of a bear, a mouth like that of a lion. The dragon gave the beast his power and his throne and his great authority. Now, one of the heads of the beast seemed to have had a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was filled with wonder and followed the beast. People worshiped the dragon because he gave authority to the beast. And they also worshiped the beast, and they asked, "Who is like the beast? Who can wage war against it?" There's an awful lot here and an awful lot coming in this book of chapter 13, which we're going to look at for the next few times together. Now, the first thing I want you to notice is that the dragon stands on the shore of the sea and calls forth the beast from the sea. Now, there's meaning here. In the Old Testament, the sea in so many instances represents the place of chaos. And it came in Jewish thinking to represent the place from which demons came and demonic elements. It is a place of unclean spirits. And so oftentimes we see the power of God is displayed as his control over the sea. So the fact that the dragon stands on the shore of the sea and calls forth the beast from the sea represents calling forth that demonic element or that unclean element, that realm that is in rebellion against God. So remember, the dragon's intent is to wage war against those who hold the testimony of Jesus. We saw that at the end of chapter 12. And so he does that by calling forth the beast. Now, who is the beast? Who is this beast? We've already seen him in chapter 11. You recall that when the temple was measured in chapter 11, we were told that it would be preserved. I guess that time it was trampled under. And then we saw a beast come out of the abyss and make war against the saints. So the beast out of the abyss in chapter 11 is obviously the same as the beast out of the sea in chapter 12. So the beast is the agent of the dragon, the agent of Satan, brought forward to make war or harass or persecute the people of God, the church, those who hold the testimony of Jesus. Now notice the beast has 10 horns, 7 heads, 10 crowns. This is very similar to the dragon himself. When we first met the dragon in chapter 12, he had 7 heads, 10 horns, and 7 crowns. There's obviously a similarity because the beast is called forward as the agent of the dragon. But also when we see this beast, we see that he resembles a leopard. He has feet like that of a bear and a mouth like that of a lion. Now, we've seen this before. If you go back to the book of Daniel, Daniel chapter 7, Daniel has a vision in which he sees 4 successive beasts. One is like a lion, one is like a bear, one is like a leopard, and one is so terrifying he can't describe it. Now, we are told that the beasts that Daniel sees are 4 representative kingdoms of the world that will be opposed to the plans of God, that will wage war against the people of God. So obviously that's repeated now in John's vision. He sees the images from Daniel, the leopard, the bear, the lion, but they're all wrapped up in one beast. So taking what we see in Daniel 7, what we see here, the beast obviously represents human authority or human government or a human kingdom that is energized by the dragon, energized by Satan, that is making war against the people of God. So the beast, this beast represents government or the state when it operates contrary to the will of God. This is the government persecuting the church. In John's day, of course, that was the Roman Empire, as they were initiating persecution against the Church of Jesus Christ, against those who bore testimony to Christ. But the beast is also anytime the state or anytime the government opposes the plans of God and wages war against the people of God. So here we see the dragon calling forth the state to be energized by his power and to oppose the plan of God. Now, there's more we can say, but we're going to stop here for now. So just remember, anytime the human authority is organized to oppose God and the plans of God, it's the beast, and it's energized by the dragon. What is the church to do in response to it? We are to remember who we belong to and that we're protected by the power of God. We'll see that more tomorrow. But for now, we're going to stop and just, I hope you have a blessed day today. I hope you know that you belong to Jesus, and as long as you are in his hands, you're going to be safe, even when you're opposed by the beast. We'll talk about this more tomorrow or in our next time. So I'll see you next time for our 5-minute Bible study.